Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I thought of starting a new topic, and this is how I plan or journal based on my MBTI personality. And the objective of this is to share my planning and thought process that might be useful for some who share my MBTI personality and those that do not. Probably to have insight on how I plan things as an INFJ. Actually, this is the first time I'm comparing my supposed to be qualities as an INFJ to how I use my planners and journals. So it's sort of an experiment to find out if what's written about us is true based on my system. At least I don't know if other INFJs have similar planning system as me, but I actually want to find out. So if you're an INFJ and you've watched this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a comment. I really wouldn't be surprised to find a lot of INFJs in the planning communities though, because INFJs of course are one of the people who are really very serious at planning and probably would get anxious if their days are not planned. So the particular quality that stuck with me is that INFJs are walking contradictions, to which I agree, and of course, and will be showing you how it manifests in my planning system. So the format of this video will be choosing two contrasting traits in one video, because laying everything in one video might be too long and dense. So I figured I divide it into parts and focusing only two traits per video. So in this video, I've chosen the trait organized or analytical while being artistic or creative. So that are the two main points or traits that we'll be focusing today. And I think to show you that I've been, or these traits have been manifested not just in my current system. I have with me also the planners that I've used from previous year to better show you those traits. So I consider those two contrasting traits because organized of course has routines, order, and some sort of predictability, while being artistic or creative is associated with spontaneity, being free and playful in some way. So the next question would be how this manifests in my planning system, knowing that they are contrasting traits and the fact that these traits need to be expressed equally for me on a daily basis as the user, for of course my satisfaction or my sanity. So for being organized, this is definitely manifested in my forward planning. So this is my current personal planner. No work stuff in here. And what I like about this Nolty listy planner is that there is an ample space below where I could write everything first, my plans, without touching anything in here. It prevents me from crossing out things or tasks if I listed it above. So it makes my planner clean and tidy. Again, I put my plans at the bottom part. Then my food tracker is at the top. Then of course there are the actual happenings of the day, including if I was able to do what I planned, and all in here in a specific time that they are done, roughly. Then of course there are things that I do or things that happen that are not expected, random things, even thoughts. I also log it in here. I log it so that when I want to know what date it happened, I can easily just flip the pages of my planner to find it. And then the food tracker is, I use it to remember if I had intermittent fasting or not, since I log it also in my mental health tracker. So also to know whether majority of what I'm eating are healthy foods or not. As for listing my expenses, I really need it so that I know where my money went. It makes me anxious if I don't know where a certain amount went. I am very much exacting in that aspect. So for that trait, being organized, I really need a vertical weekly planner, which is this, just like this. I also practiced it in my previous year's planner. So this is the Hobonichi Weeks Mega, where I have my weekly sort of vertical weekly format in the notes pages. So this is how important weekly planners for me are. I mean vertical weekly. Maybe because I got used to this system. Also in my work planner this year, this is the Hobonichi weekly supplement. I use this for my actual work done on a certain day, even listing what my staff have been, or what my staff has been scheduled to do for a certain day. And the planning part is logged in my Muji horizontal weekly. So these are the plan, and these are the actual, how the actual day went. So I'm very much fond with vertical weekly. It's just so easy for me to use because I now know, or my brain is kind of used to the format. I also have this Take a Note Planner Undated Weekly. It's also the same, the format is also the same with my Nolty listy, with just few tweaks. I log my food tracker above the actual day. Normally my chores are in here, and then the forward planning and my outfit tracker. So I also use a uniform icon stamps so that I could easily see what I did or what a certain log is about, even without reading the writings, because of the icon stamp. if I look at the spread, I could easily see how much, no, not how much, how many times of a certain week I shopped. And then anything about pets, parcels, mostly just those stuffs. It's almost very much recurring. It's a normal weekly thing. So as for my creative side, I guess how it is manifested in my planner system is through my, of course, spread designs. It's something that is very deliberate for me. I want my spread to look beautiful and soothing, something that I'd want to look over and over again. So to share some of my system in designing, I first consider the color of the paper and grid lines of the planner before thinking what kind of design will I apply to them. So for me, those planners that have cream or that are not white, I normally pick colors of stickers or washi tapes that are on the warm side or neutral colors, mostly browns, grays. I don't use very rich colors for this type of papers, or cool colors. Just like this one, I think I wouldn't choose something like this in a planner that has a cream paper. So as you can see in my previous spreads, most of them are warm colors. This one. I do have a pop of color, this one, because my brain is so used to this color already, which meant that I exercised on that day, so I wouldn't want to change it anymore. But it's very minimal, and I don't exercise as frequently as I could, so it wouldn't really show up a lot in a weekly spread. So yeah, this one too are in warm colors with warm colors. Even in this one are just exemptions, of course, but still it matches the red colored cells. And also in my calendars, these are mostly muted and warm colors. So that's, I think, where my artistic side manifests. Besides that, what the first thing I said was considering the color of the paper. And for the planners that I have a very white papers, that's when I use cool colors like this one, and this one too, very sharp and rich colors stickers. I use it only for my white colored paper planners, which is my Hobonichi weekly supplement and my Stalogy notebook. the benefit of having a white paper is really having the freedom of using either cool colored stickers or warm colors, because it doesn't contrast anything. I like this one. I have used warm color in here, and this one too, and I could also use cool colors without really ruining the design of the spread. So that's how I design. I first consider the paper color of my planner, and then the second one is I also consider the size of my stickers. In this planner, my Nolty planner, I only put large stickers at the leftmost part, and most of the time, most of the other stuff I mean are very tiny stickers and icon stamps. And this one too, and this one too. I don't really use large stickers like this one and this one in this planner, because it would look very overwhelming for the planner. This one too, this kind of size, I only use for the A5 size of planner, because balance for me is also very important. So yeah, and the other thing that I consider to be a creative side of me is having really important thoughts or just random thoughts that come to me on a certain time of the day. And then, because for me it's quite important, I have another planner which I log everything and where I do my brain dump, because it's also where I release emotions, of course, which is very important if you're an INFJ, because you're also very emotional. I mean, you're a very emotional individual, so you have to release it. But somehow I can show you the contents of that journal, because I log everything that I feel in the planner. So I might have said negative things that's not good to share to anyone, of course. So I guess that's about it in showing you the contrasting trait, particularly being the organized, analytical, and the artistic or playful side of me that manifested in my planning system. So yeah, I always have this one with me, the personal planner and the work planner, where I log everything, my plans, and then my other planner, which is the Stalogy in A6 grid, where I log any random thoughts that come to me on a certain day, and where I also brain dump to release all those pent up negative feelings and all my rants to maintain my sanity, of course. So if you've enjoyed this video, I hope that you can join me again for the part 2, where I think I'd be discussing the traits of being detail oriented and big picture thinker, how it manifests in my planner system again. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've shared something that is useful for you or your planning system. Please do comment for any questions if in case I missed something, and I see you again next time. Bye.